Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thank everybody for rocking with us. We're expecting a surprise caller. So we're going to get a surprise caller that's going to call into the show later on in the show. So you got to keep on listening to see who our surprise caller that's going to join us later on in the show. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893 to be a part of tonight's discussion. You know, when we went to break a few minutes ago, I teased a story about who or someone that crashed a funeral. Y'all are not going to believe this. A lot of times I like to read the headline first to kind of get an idea of what we getting ready to get into, because the headline a lot of times just come out and hit you, bam. This is the epitome of why we call this segment What the Hell. This headline says, wife crashes her own funeral, horrifying her husband who paid to have her killed. Now that's crazy. I'm looking at this picture of a sister. I believe she's an African sister, Nuella Rakundo. She sat outside the home in Melbourne, Australia, watching as people left out of the funeral. They were at her funeral, and finally she spotted her husband. She stepped out of the car, and when he saw her, he looked freaked out, and he just screamed, "Is it my eyes? Is it a ghost?" And she replied, "Surprise, I am alive." Basically, he's obviously not happy because he was the one who tried to have her killed. Now, basically what ended up happening was she went home to Melbourne with her husband to go to a funeral in her native Burundi. She had a relative that had passed away, and of course she's, upset and everything. Her husband told her to go outside and get some fresh air, but when she stepped outside to get some fresh air, somebody rolled up on her with a gun. Told her not to scream. If you start screaming, I'm going to shoot you. They're going to catch me, but you'll already be dead, is what the person says to her. So, of course, she gets put in a car. She's blindfolded. After about half hour or so, the car stopped. She got pushed into a building and tied to a chair. She can hear male voices. "You woman, what you do for this man to pay us to kill you?" one of the guys asked. She said, "What are you talking about?" And they told her at that point that her husband sent them to kill her. She didn't believe him, of course. "You must be crazy, you're a fool," things that she was saying. And then there was the sound of a dial tone and a male voice coming through the speakerphone. It was her husband's voice, and she heard him say, "Kill her." So, of course, she fainted and, had her emotions about her. But the cool part about the next piece of the story is these dudes, they weren't going to kill her. They basically said they didn't believe in killing women, plus they knew her brother. So knowing her brother kept her from getting killed. They'd keep her husband's money, though, and tell her, shout out to the brother. They said that they would keep the husband's money and tell him that she was dead. After a couple of days, they set her free on the side of the road, but not before, get this, they gave her a cell phone, recordings of their phone conversations with her husband, and a receipt for the $7,000 in Australian dollars they allegedly received in payment. Can y'all believe this mess? So anyway, there's more to the story, but I think we've got the gist of it. So Tasha, you up first.
Foolery.
Let's hear it. Foolery.
I don't know. I probably would have done the same thing. Like, really? You want to pay to have me killed?
But how dope is it that she rolled up on her own
I would have done
funeral?
the same thing.
But she ended up having to, and this other piece that I do think is important, let me add to this. She was able to get help through the consulate. Mm-hmm. Because remember, she had been traveling for a funeral, so she wasn't even home. Right. She had to get help from the Australian consulate in Burundi where she was. And then she was able to get in contact with the pastor, and they helped her get back home.
That's so crazy. Like it's crazy. Like, really, what did she do for you to want to have her killed?
Got tired of her.
That boggles my mind. Like, seriously, like I watch Snapped I watch Snapped all the
I
time.
think everybody watches Snapped.
My husband always says, "You trying to get ideas? Like, what's happening?" He feels some type of way. But I love that show. But it always boggles my mind. Like, what do these people do to make you want to kill them? Like, dang, just get divorced.
Yeah, well,
Just
yeah.
get divorced.
It was somebody
Leave.
on
Like, it's
Snap.
like that. Leave, yo.
There
Like,
was a story on Snap that was right here in Richmond. The lady that did she kill her husband?
he was in the driveway
at the University
yeah,
of Richmond. Yeah,
he
that
was a
on-
professor at the University of Richmond.
Yeah, that was on Snap.
That's crazy to me. Like, I just don't understand. Like, really? Like, you're gonna have that on your conscience?
I mean, you guess you don't have.
You're gonna
no-
kill the father of your children, or you're gonna kill the mother of your children? Like,
Everybody has a breaking point.
There's some sociopathy going on here too.
breaking point is one thing. Like, I think everybody has that breaking point, but damn, just leave.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
especially if said person is paid and money is involved. If you leave and your prenup says you get nothing, sometimes.
But you came in with nothing, so you ain't lose nothing.
But that's like what's the term that they use?
The lifestyle in which they become accustomed to.
Yeah. So
That's garbage.
I mean, of course it's garbage, but a lot of women win in court with that line a lot.
I think
So-
that's garbage for women to use it, and I think it's garbage for people in general to use it, because had you never met that other person, you would still be living the life that you had.
And I agree with you. However, there are a whole bunch of divorce lawyers who will disagree with you, and that's how they get paid.
Oh my God!
I mean, I'm not saying
are you married?
no, and I'm not saying it's right.
You got a
what she
girlfriend?
did. No, I mean, I would never kill anybody. I mean,
I saw where that was going.
Yeah.
You saw it?
I mean, we're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop that train right now. I mean, I'm with you. I'd be like, yeah, it's time for me to move on.
To
However-
seriously sit down and plan your wife's murder, like the very
Or
thought
she
of that.
plans her husband's murder.
Or she plans her husband murder. Whoever is talking about murdering their spouse. Like, I've been married 13 years, and as mad as my husband makes me, like, he made me mad before I came here tonight. Like, I can't see myself actually planning his murder, like, for him to just be gone from here, because at the end of the day, he's the father of my 3 children. So that's just
But the thing is,
that's crazy to me.
But the question that you always have to ask is who benefits.
Wow. Tony, jump in. What you think? Who benefits?
Tony,
Wow.
So no, I mean I watch Investigation Discovery like all the time.
I love that.
And
I
people
love that
have
channel.
different motives as for why they kill, and I'm not saying that's ever justified. However, I want to know when people are going to stop hiring folks to kill for them,
Right.
because somebody's going to talk. The more people that are
Involved.
the more likely your chances of getting caught.
killing yourself.
So, like, that part I will never get. And I mean, again, the whole murder thing, that's just, I don't get that either. But yeah, I'm glad they caught him. There was another story too of this lady who, her husband was having an affair, so she thought she was talking to a hitman, was actually an undercover, like it was a police officer, FBI, whomever. So she went as far and was like, I want to see her body. So she shows up to the funeral home thinking she's going to see the lady's body, and she's met by the police. And they have everything on tape. And they're like, the hitman is like, well, what if her children are there? I don't care. I mean, it's, whatever. Kill her anyway. Like, she's doing all this stuff. And like it was nothing. Like, go pick me up a pizza with pepperoni and extra cheese and bring me back my change.
And killed my husband while you at it.
Yeah, like, just so nonchalant about it.
It's all
what
about
kills
it's
me.
all about the benefit. Is it juice worth the squeeze? That's what it's about. And for some people, it just seems like he wanted to kill his wife. What is the reason why he wanted to kill his wife? Yeah. That's the question. Was it because they were poor and he was sick of it, and she had $100,000, insurance claim? I mean,
Does it matter though? Like, for real?
Does it matter? That's the only. Like, there's some people who just kill somebody, who kill their significant other because They don't want them on this plan no more for whatever reason. But then there are people who do it because they want the benefit of what's going on afterwards. You know, that's why the question is for me is what will he get out of it? Now, is he having an affair and he just doesn't want to go through divorce because he knew he would lose everything? Then yeah, you got to kill her. I mean, that's his thought process at the point. I'm not saying it's right, but like, especially let's say if you are a wife and your husband works for the University of Richmond and you're a stay-at-home wife, you can't leave him because you will probably get nothing or very little. Even though Virginia is a commonwealth, technically you can get 50, but if she came in with nothing and she ain't got nothing, she ain't getting 50. Because he gets a good lawyer, she might get like 25. And then she got to start all over again. So some people just feel like, I can just kill him and get away with it because they watch too much TV.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. You know, a lot of times it is a crime of passion. But then a lot of times people are just like, they think they're so smart that it's really easy. I could just, have somebody kill her and get away with it. Or like the guy who pushed his wife and child off of the cliff. And just, they slipped and fell.
Oh, they slipped.
Like, does nobody watch Snapped? Like, you
I
always get
I've never
caught.
seen Snapped.
I watch
a day in my
Snap
life.
sometimes.
Yeah, I think
Like, you
everybody.
I
always
love
get
Wives and
caught.
Wives,
I don't
Unusual
even know what
I watch
Suspects,
that. The ID channel?
Everything.
Yeah, I watch that.
You know, the precursor to shows like that was probably one of my top 5 all-time favorite shows, America's Most Wanted.
Cheaters?
America's
Love
Most Wanted.
Cheaters.
What's the other one?
Cheaters, man.
Unsolved Mysteries and whatnot. That's like, it's all in that same
Those shows scared
vein.
me.
Cheaters is funny.
But you always get caught. That's the thing. Like,
Not always.
Like she said, like if you
try to
hire
kill
somebody,
you bringing more people into it.
the more people you
Yeah,
bring
you gotta
into it,
struggle.
the higher your chances are of getting caught.
But
Like,
even
it just,
if you do it yourself,
I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The
Like, I
side-
can't really understand that thought
I
process.
mean,
like,
the normal human being doesn't want to kill people.
Right.
yeah.
I don't want to be with you
And
no
that's
more.
why I
Like,
watch it.
I'm
Like,
out.
to me, just like what makes people do the things they
You
do.
gotta
That's
do your
why it
dirt
interests
about
me.
your lonely.
Not- Like, I'm not like, writing down
Yeah.
tips, but for me, it's just, why would someone do something like that?
Tip number
So-
1, don't tell nobody that you want to
Pretty
kill
much. Right.
somebody.
Yep.
Just do it.
It's crazy to me.
And make sure they don't got to. Okay, so there was an episode of something I was watching last weekend, and the husband went to get the rest of his belongings because he was leaving his wife because she was crazy. So she didn't know he had his phone on record, or he had a recorder on him. And she comes out there and she's like, why are you leaving? He's like, you're crazy, leave me alone, I just can't get the rest of my stuff. So she has the gun and shoots him. So her sister's at her house, comes outside and is like, what's going on? And she says, I killed him. And sister was like, what?
saw that one.
She's like, I killed him. She's like, huh?
It's a black
Killed
lady?
him. Yes.
I saw that one.
So,
See.
she was like, he pulled a gun first and and we struggled and I ended up killing him. Yeah, no, they have it on tape where you just shot him.
See, that's a straight. I mean, let's
But
be
she
real.
was a lunatic.
But let's be
Yeah, she
real,
was
man.
crazy.
I wouldn't have believed that anyway because he's probably bigger than her, and there's not going to be a struggle for a gun. I mean, let's be real. You either going to take it or you run it.
Right.
One of the two. And me, no, I'm out the door. I'm not playing because I ain't trying to get shot. And if you gonna go and struggle for a gun, you trying to get shot. You think you're better and faster than the person with the gun. And I don't like those odds because all it takes is a pull of a finger, a finger touch, and man, yeah, people crazy. But that's what it's all about. People are crazy,
ridiculous.
and some people are psychopathic where they can just kill them and then make breakfast the next day.
Right.
And it's like,
That's
what?
cold-hearted, man.
She's a cold-hearted snake.
But some people built
The
like
kids- I like
that,
that
man. Some
song.
people not.
Yeah,
At the end of the day,
the moral of the story, don't try to have somebody killed, and if,
pretty much.
and-
That's the moral of the
and-
story.
And if you do try to have somebody killed, get proof. Ass Steppin with Marcus J. live
Yeah.
from the den. What's the matter? You didn't like that moral? You are totally
It was very
giving me the
insightful.
gas
It was
face
very
right now.
I mean, yeah, he
I'm
should have
giving
asked
you
for
the gas
proof
face.
of life or proof
I
of
mean,
death or
send
something.
a finger, something, man.
yeah, because you got to do something.
Excessive.
Pinky toe, something.
Because he is in jail. He is going to jail don't pass go.
Yeah.
You know, I
I
mean,
mean,
like,
I think he got like 10 years
Like
or
her
something like
favorite-
that.
That's all.
you know, maybe
think
her.
so. He didn't get much.
He got like 11 years. Yeah, you know, send her favorite scarf that she would never part with. Give me some.
But the problem is,
Eyeball.
he would go to jail for
eyeball.
10
Send her
years
weave
and
a
get divorced
wig or
and lose
something.
everything.
Yeah, her favorite
He
wig.
gonna have
yeah.
it down to his name.
We call those wigs. You know, we call those back home. We call them like my brother KW. He always call them like fitted hats. they got a logo in them.
Disrespectful.
Or
You
the
are
bang would
so
be like the bill.
Disrespectful.
But the moral of the story should be like, don't mess with crazy people.
But no,
that
anybody
the
has the
moral?
any person
There's a
has
bunch
the
of morals.
potential to kill. Like you can't say that somebody would never.
I don't know about all that.
Anybody.
It's
has the
about
potential to kill.
10% of the population.
Anybody has the potential.
10% of the population has a real potential, and like 2% of them are legit psychopaths.
I just don't understand how your thought
I mean-
process can go there. Like,
I mean, would you try to kill your significant other
no,
if that means that you would be paid
no,
and you hated that dude with a passion?
no.
Money is the
I mean, you
root
look
of
at
all
like
evil,
people
man.
like who's the guy that like came home one day and the babysitter was molesting his son when he got there.
Oh, see, that's
different.
That's a crime of passion.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
totally different.
there's different situations that can push people to do something that you would not think.
Yeah.
And in that case, like he actually beat the boy up and he called the police.
Right.
It was like, y'all need to come get him because I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And you know, but again, you know, there's people are just wired different ways and where
Yeah.
Like you doing
emotional
something to my
beings.
kids or
But a-
something like that.
but a
Like that's
crime of
different.
passion.
But to actually plan out my spouse's
Yeah.
murder, to actually
I'm
calmly
not saying
like
that
to
it's a-
plan it
that's
out.
premeditated.
I'm just
Like
saying-
yeah, like
I'm
that's
saying-
crazy.
I
to
I'm
me.
about to
believe
kill this
anybody has
dude.
the
You get
capacity
extra
at
time
some
for
point.
premeditation. You better
Yeah,
just do that joint
absolutely
on a
do.
whim.
Yeah, it's like you wake up one morning.
Don't plan it, just do it.
Just do it, man.
I'm not thinking
Just-
about it. I'm not thinking about it.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it.
Like
Nothing
you look,
about it.
you just basically look up. You just wake up one
And if
morning.
you did plan it, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell
I
nobody.
told that dude to not put his underwear on the floor. I'm gonna kill him.
Yep, there
And
you
he
go.
did it again, and I sliced him up.
Don't even tell yourself.
I got
you know?
Hypnotize yourself.
Because,
I ain't do nothing.
hey, look, because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut.
All I know is I'm gonna be at a family barbecue.
You got something, Jay?
Yeah, I got a
You got to
check in from Instagram from Tribal 2 girl. She's checking in for the first time, so I
Word.
want to get some love for her.
Hey.
Shout out. Thank you,
Hey,
thank
girl,
you, thank you for
hey.
listening.
Also, Michelle's checking in. She's new to the city. She's been here since August.
Hey, Shell.
She's from the shore, Neptune, Asbury. You know where that at?
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio. We getting the caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
You know who this is, supporting that JWM is Wizzy in the building.
Yo, what's up, Wiz? What's
going on,
what's
Wizzy?
up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, man. It's good to hear from you, brother. You listening to the show tonight, man? You riding with us, man?
Yeah, I'm riding with y'all, man. That's why I asked for that number, because I had the number, but somehow I got lost in the system, so I had to hit you up and get that so I can call in. And first and foremost, to say shout out to y'all, you know, especially you, Marcus, and, you know, comedian Ness and everybody who came down there to support the JWM movement. So that was first and foremost.
Word. Absolutely. That's fam, man. So we had to make sure that we always supporting fam. Y'all support us. We support you. You push me, I pull you. That's how we do it, brother.
I feel you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. You listening to us, man. You hear a discussion with you. You want to get in on what we talking about?
Well, actually, I'm going to let y'all do that tonight because I'm still sleeping. I ain't getting no sleep yet. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
I ain't
did.
getting no sleep yet.
Nobody did. Knowing you probably in the lab crafting the next great Richmond cipher or something like that. So,
Yeah, man. We've been talking. Yeah, we just been talking about putting out this old, you know, like this mixtape and like putting out like some old school beats to some new school verses. You know what I'm saying? So
looking
just
forward.
be on the lookout for that.
Definitely looking forward. One more time, tell everybody who you are and tell everybody who you rock with.
All right. So first of all, my name is Wizzy, Wizzo, Earl Wizzy Jones. Some people call me this BJ. I rock with the JWM movement, and I rock with the legacy. You know what I'm saying? The legacy radio, because like for real, I mean, I'm very humbled that y'all show support. So I show support back. So thanks to all the staff that work there, to everybody. I forget names, so thank you to everyone, man. I'm very humbled that y'all. I'm proud, man. I'm very humble.
Well, we got love for you, brother, man. We appreciate it. You got family and love here from us at Legacy Internet Radio. So thank you for checking in. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
I salute.
Salute, brother. Peace. And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. You got some more in social media?
I was just saying, Michelle, she's checking in. She just moved to the city.
Okay.
In August, she's from the Shore, Neptune.
Oh, Jersey
Asbury.
Shore.
She lived in Plansfield too.
Okay.
So I just wanted to give a shout out to her. And she's,
Wow, these Jersey people.
as far
moving to
as
Virginia.
the subject, she says she agree with everyone. Everyone has the potential to kill somebody. So she definitely agrees with y'all.
But the real question is, why are these Jersey people moving to Virginia?
Oh, good grief. That's all you want to talk about for real?
I'm just saying.
Is that
we
what you
getting
want?
an influx of Jersey people. What, y'all hate Jersey now? Just like everybody else? I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Are you trying to take a shot at me? Because if that's what you're doing, come strong, because that was weak.
I'm not trying to take a shot at you, sir.
Okay.
I'm just being real.
I'm just checking.
I'm just trying to figure out
You
where
know,
everybody
you
from
know,
Jersey moving to Virginia.
Well, everybody. Well, it seems to me that there's a whole lot of people that's still in Jersey that didn't move to Virginia. So your
I don't
argument
think, maybe
is a
because
little
they
bit
can't.
silly.
I don't know.
Man, you got your damn mind. That's the reason why you only here once a month. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J.
Yikes.
Live from the den.
That's right. I'm still the smartest one.
Yeah. What's the opposite of Mensa, y'all? That's what he in. He didn't get the
look
joke
that up.
because he's
Let's
not in
Google that.
Mensa.
He don't even know what Mensa is.
Yeah.
I know what Mensa.
Yeah, you know how to start with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy and that radio. All right, I got another one now. This one, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this one, I definitely wanted to say, what the hell? I didn't even know anything about what Governor Cuomo in New York just recently did. I'm getting this from the New York Daily News, and the headline, Cuomo to announce ban on conversion therapy for the LGBT youths. Now, what the hell is that all about? Now, when I saw the article, something about that told me that I needed to investigate that. Basically, he's announcing regulations that will ban public and private health care insurers from covering so-called gay conversion therapy. New York will become the first state in the United States to ban the practice intended to change an individual's sexual orientation or gender identity with the use of such regulations. Quote, conversion therapy is a hateful and fundamentally flawed practice that is counter to everything the state stands for, is what the governor said in the statement. New York has been at the forefront of acceptance and equality for the LGBT community for decades, and today we are continuing that legacy and leading by example. We will not allow the misguided and the intolerant to punish LGBT young people for simply being who they are. There's more to it, but I think we've gotten what I wanted to get out of it. The first thing I wanted to get out of it is they trying to make people ungay.
Where have you been
For
for like the last
I mean, yeah, you've been on
7,000
this
years?
planet, sir.
Decades.
Shock therapy,
I-
lobotomies.
God.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what ended up happening to one of the Kennedy sisters, but she was promiscuous. That's the reason why they did that, which is it's still like a sex. Oh, you didn't know that she got lobotomized? Yeah, man. One of the Kennedy sisters was lobotomized because she was fast, basically. But I'll be honest with you.
Fast
I guess I just told my age. huh?
Yeah.
I guess I just told my age, but I'll be honest with you. Maybe I have been living under a rock. I've been told by many people that I simply don't have gaydar. I don't people, are people. They are who they are. Now, if you're Jaden Smith and you're wearing dresses, that's a little bit obvious. I understand what's happening there, but like they really have like medical
Conversion therapy?
people whose job it is
It's real.
to ungay a person. That's I'm being honest with you. I'm not being silly here. I'm being honest, being completely sincere. That's blowing my mind. Absolutely blowing my mind.
Real.
I mean, that's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Go ahead.
Especially in the religion realm, because if you look at parts of the book they call the Bible, you can interpret it how you choose to say that God did not like people who had sex with the same had sex with the same sex. However, if you read deeper into the Bible, that's not what it says. So, especially you're probably looking more of your Baptists, Southern Baptists,
Catholics.
Religion is a little bit different, and because I've seen like evidence of religion doing that. Like you go to camps and stuff,
Exorcisms.
Yeah, I've seen that, but I guess where I'm just, my ignorance in this is kind of blowing me away, judging by the looks that you all are giving me. Like, dummy, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
They literally want to take you to a medical practice and
because
make you not gay.
Some parents don't believe that.
You don't have to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some parents don't believe that their children are gay,
right.
And especially if you come from a home in which, let's say your stereotypical home when your family, you're grown up in a family of athletes, and everything, you're expected to be a quarterback. You're expected to, get homecoming king or queen. You're expected to be the top echelon of your class. A lot of people see homosexuality as a negative, and those people, their belief is stupid.
No, I'm at a loss for words on this one. I'll be
and
honest
more the
with you.
privileged people.
I mean,
by the way, because poor people can't afford conversion therapy.
Homosexuality.
But I think if they could, they would take their children.
Somewhat, especially black families.
I was getting ready to say, in our community, homosexuality is like you are the devil for real. And a lot of people don't believe that you're born gay, and I've said it a million times, I liken it to mental health issues and people who are born with, certain disorders, diseases. I believe that God created us all. And I think some of us are created with what society may see as
issues.
What's the word? I was going to say another word, kind of like, but yeah, issues, I guess. Well, we all have issues.
Yes.
But things that can't be fixed or changed. So, just like people have mental retardation, they're born with mental retardation or Down syndrome or cerebral palsy and things like that, diabetes. You're born gay. Right. I don't know anybody, I don't recall ever in my life choosing like I wouldn't like boys.
Right.
It's all a part of the creation of us as people when we're still in the womb.
Right.
But a lot of people don't feel that way. They don't feel that way. And so a lot of parents think something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
So we got to get you some help.
Yeah, no,
we got to fix you.
We got to fix you.
I can speak from my own personal experience that I know people personally that were born gay. And I know people personally who chose it later in life. And regardless of those two things, that's a very personal decision. I don't sit around and advertise my heterosexuality, and I don't think that someone that's gay, needs to advertise their homosexuality. You're a person. You're a people. If I happen to be out and I see you're a guy with a guy, I'm going to know you're gay. If you see me as a guy with a woman, you're going to know that I'm not. It doesn't make me right, doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make me. It is what it is. And for you to support anything that would take nice people, and I'll just simply say it that way, and beat something out of them like sexuality, that's just crazy to me. We don't have to agree with, because if you notice, I don't really get into whether I agree with it or not, because it ain't my place to do that. It ain't my place to agree with your sexuality, so I don't really speak to that. But I will defend your right to be what you want. I also have my opinion. Jaden Smith is a weirdo wearing a dress. That's just weird to me. But you know what? Lil Wayne is weird sagging his pants. You know what I mean?
He's a Martian.
Like that's the way I look at that.
I mean, but they've been doing stuff like this for decades. I mean, look at Hitler. Hitler didn't just say, "Hey kids, why don't you come on and get a suit on and let's go get a gun and kill some people." No, he brainwashed all those kids, man, all those people.
Right.
And the techniques that he's using is some of the techniques that some of the other people are using. So I mean, it's crazy.
Right. No, I can dig it, man. And this whole topic is just, it made me sad because I usually try to make a point of being up on certain things, and I think this is really a testament to me not really caring about whether you're gay or not. You know what I mean? Like I don't like typically when white folks say, I got a black friend. I'm not a bigot, but I really do have, I got plenty of friends that happen to be gay. I got family members that are gay. And if you're listening and you don't think you have a gay friend, it's either you or you got someone close to you that's hiding. You know what I'm saying? And you certainly got a family member if your family's big enough. So, it is what it is. It's one of those things. As a person who chooses no religion, as an agnostic, I'm the great architect is what leads me. That is my rule and guide for my walk in this life. And my perspective is not one where I take a lot of time judging other folks or how they live their lives. Because if you try to, throw your book at me and tell me how great Jesus is, you're going to have a debate with me. And I'm not going to debate how I feel about that, no more than you should have to debate who you sleeping with. And how Steppin with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy, Internet, Radio. We're going to take a break. We're going to lose our sister Tony here in this segment. So, Tony, you want to say peace to anybody, anything before we let you get on up out this joint?
Yeah, I'm sad I got to go. I have to go pick up my teenager from work.
Yeah, but you're not sad about that. He's at work. Yeah, he about to get.
Well, they're having like a meeting. It's not like he's earning money right now, but
he got a gig. That's the point.
Oh, I thought you said he got a kid. I was like, what?
A gig, G-I-G.
I didn't hear you. But no, it was great being here as always. I missed last month. I was sick last month.
Yep.
Go, you said that quick.
Yep.
But yeah, y'all be safe.